Hello to all my pretty and beautiful women out there. Tonight I have a story for you. I'm going to introduce you to Kasaya Linhart. She was a Instagram model, and as you can see, she was a very pretty, beautiful girl, and she was dating this soccer player, professional soccer player named Jerome Boateng, and she was in her 20s and he was in his 30s. Okay, he was way older than her, and let me just give you a background story of what happened to her. Okay, so this is why I want pretty women to really test who they're dating and not just fall for men who are popular, and you know what I mean. So Kasaya had been dating Jerome for a couple of years, okay, and they were like on and off. From the reports that were being made, Jerome was a abuser, okay. Jerome was reported to have assaulted her. He was reported to have done domestic violence on her, verbally abused her, and what else? Cheated on her several times. So, with Kasaya, I think that's her name. It's Cassia or Kasaya, but I'm just gonna say Kasaya because I think that's how you pronounce it. She was a very pretty girl, and it looks like she put her heart into this relationship way too early before she even tested Jerome out, like Jerome's character. Okay, so she got caught up in it with her heart, and that's why she would not leave. Now let's see. You women, ladies, you have to understand, a lot of these men are your enemy. A lot of them are in competition with you. A lot of them, they're just there to drain you. Okay. So in this case, she was with her enemy. He was tearing her down, destroying her self-esteem and everything. And this is why I want women to make sure the person or the man that they're picking is more loyal to them than they are to them in the beginning, because this is very important. You want a man that's gonna be breaking his back for you, a man that's like really in love with you, not some man that thinks he's all that, or he's better than you, because he's always gonna think he's better than you. He's always gonna treat you less than what you are, because in his mind, he's the gold, he's the trophy, and in this case, Jerome thought he was like the trophy, the man, the god, all of that. So this story is very sad because Kasaya ended up committing suicide and unaliving herself on February 9th of 2021. And like I said, she was a very pretty, beautiful woman, and she had everything going for her. She had her ducks in a row. She really didn't even need Jerome, but in her mind, she had created that soul tie with Jerome. That's what happened. And that's why I think you should never, ever create soul ties with men or sleep with them to even get that soul tie, because when you get a soul tie with a man, it's hard to break. And in Kasaya's case, she ended up committing, she unalived herself. Like, that's how bad her soul tie was and how much pain she was in. And there's no telling what this man did to her. Jerome was reported to have been on drugs and alcohol. So you already know he probably had a temper, and he was probably, putting his hands on her and just destroying her her character and personality and just everything about her. So she probably didn't feel the best after being with him, you know. And it's just so sad to see something like this, how these men just try to get with pretty women and just tear them down to the ground, to where they just want to unalive themselves. It's very sad. I don't understand why. And another thing, let's see, what did I want to say? Yeah, remember, ladies, test these men. Like, if they're competing with you or criticizing you, he's not the one, you know. Putting your love into something unknown, that's just giving you nothing, you know, sweet nothing. That's what it is. A lot of men don't love their women that they're with, okay? They just want to use and abuse them because they need a punching bag, okay? So this is why I'm just trying to give women a message and show them that they are much better. Like, their self-worth is way better than having a man on their shoulder. Like, just learn how to love yourself first. And like I said, if he's bending over backwards on his knees, like calling you every day, like nonstop, phone is ringing, and he's just like coming to your door and he's just telling you he wants to be loyal to you and committed to you, like, that's the man you want, okay? If you guys like met somewhere and he gave you his number and he texts you and you text him back, and the next day you have to text him back in order to receive a text, and then he texts you, that's not the one, okay? You need a man that's texting you first, okay? You don't need a man that's gonna wait for you to text him first. That means he has other women on the side and he's not gonna take you seriously, okay? You gotta understand this language. You gotta understand this, how these men operate. And yeah, I'm so sorry about Keziah Lenhart. That's so sad. And she didn't have any probably support telling her like how to get out of the situation that she was in. She was just, I want to say she was overridden with love and emotion, and she probably had already been through a lot already. And then she thought this man was gonna be there for her and like actually love her, and she put her whole heart into it, and then he just gave her absolutely no love and just abused her. And when you're in situations like that, it's hard to recover. Like, you just feel like you know, God just punished you and you just wanted love, but really it's just you made a really bad decision to pick the wrong man. That's all that was. And Jerome sounds like he was very narcissistic, and you know, he's a professional soccer player, so he had a lot of money, and you know, he just thought he was just the man, you know, he could do whatever he wants and everything. And Keziah, she was a beautiful lady, and he just took full advantage of her. And he probably wanted her to do this. This is how disgusting men can be. He probably even wanted her to do something like this. Like, it's just so sad. But may she rest in peace. All right, ladies, that's all I had for tonight. I hope you enjoyed this video. Goodbye.